Hey everybody, welcome to our live chat. I'm just going to be watching my computer as well so I can see comments and things coming through, but I'm so excited to have you here to join us this morning because I've got a special guest and we've been talking about it and we are ready to go live. So this morning I want to introduce you to Kirsty from Feels Like Home Professional Organisers. Hi Kirsty.
Everyone, thank you Sharon for having me. I'm
That's
so
okay.
excited.
I know, me too. So part of the reason why I've got Kirsty on is because I saw that she was doing this 28-day declutter challenge and I thought, you know, I so need to do this. So yeah, Kirsty, tell us about what you do first of all. So you're from Sydney and I'm from Brisbane, and we're doing this via all sorts of technical thing that my wonderful hubby's hooked up for us.
Thank you, Matt.
So yeah, tell me about what you do.
Right. Great question. So I'm a professional organizer, which means that I come into people's homes and I help them declutter and get organized and help them change their mindset around how they operate in their house so that they can continue to live clutter-free well after I'm gone. So if you've watched like TV shows like Oprah used to have an Australian guy on, and then as Channel 10 have declutterers on as well. So that's me. That's the type of work that I do. Come in and transform people's homes and lives.
That's so good. And so obviously you do have clients probably in the Sydney area, but do you also do like, you know, I needed help here in Brisbane. Could you do Skype in and tell me, hey, this goes there, whatever? You can do that kind of thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I do normally work hand in hand with people. So I don't sit back and go, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. I get in, get dirty. Right. But yes, if
you can't do that from there though for me. So, you know, you can.
Yeah, I can. And I can. I would love to be able to get my hands dirty with you, but I'm happy to sit in this chair and go, Sharon, finish that job that you started. Don't move on to the next thing.
Oh, okay. So you're giving me some clues here as you're speaking. First of all, I want to let people know as you're joining in, please, if you've got questions for us, let us know. Hang on, I'm just going to check out live here, refresh our page. Yeah, let us know where you're coming from, where you're tuning in from down below in the comments section. We'd love to know that too. There is a prizes on offer from here at I Restore Stuff. You can see I've got a collection. It's not clutter. This is actually a lovely display of some of our products that we have here at I Restore Stuff, including Sandy Hands, stencils, Fusion Mineral Paint, Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, Klingon brushes. You can get a chance to win $50 worth of product from our online store. I know, a bit exciting. If you join up to Kirsty's 28-day Winter Declutter Challenge, which is starting on the 1st of June.
Yay!
Only, how many days left have we got? 3 days. 3 days, so 1st of June. It's on Thursday, today's Monday. So you've still got time and the address is right there, feelslikehome.net.au. In fact, I'm going to just go ahead and copy and paste that right here in the comments of our live chat so that you can go straight to it and scroll down to the bottom and you'll see a lovely entry form there that you can sign up for the 28-day declutter challenge. So tell us a little bit about that, Kirsty, because it's not just, we're not just on our own here and you do have some video updates and that kind of thing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so every day, well, firstly, you sign up and you'll get a welcome email from me.
I got my lovely welcome email, yes.
Yay! Then on Wednesday, you'll get an email from me to just introducing the challenge to you and encouraging you to get excited and to join the Facebook group. In that introduction email, you'll also get a link to the Facebook group. It's a closed Facebook group, so only people in the group will be able to see what you say and post your before and after photos. And then on day one, you'll get an email too with a link to my YouTube videos. And then in the group too, you'll be getting a video every day. for the 28 days, there'll be a link in the Facebook group encouraging you to go over to YouTube and have a look at the videos. They range from like 1.5 minutes. Most of them are around 1.5 to 3 minutes. There is one day that's an 8-minute one, but that's when I really work on the mindset about releasing things and saying thank you to the objects for what they've done for you and then letting them go.
Awesome.
But the majority of the videos... Yeah, the majority of the videos are short and sweet, and they're meant to be something that you can tackle just within 5 minutes to 20 minutes every day. So you'll be receiving an email from me once a week catching you up. If you can't play along every day, you can look at the email at the end. It will be sent on Saturdays so that you can spend the weekend decluttering if you're not available to do it during the days. So you'll get them at the end of every week. And then, play along in the Facebook group every day. So I'm there to help encourage and motivate you, but so is the rest of the group.
The community.
And at the moment, at the moment we've got over 70 people joined up. So you'll have a great community of people encouraging you and inspiring you.
Yeah. We've got Fiona's joined us. Hi, Fiona.
Hi,
and Fiona says, I like that the videos are short. And I was just going to mention that too, because a lot of people are really busy. I know I have a friend who's a school teacher and it's just go, go, go. So that's great. And there are things that we can tackle just a little bite at a time, because sometimes things like decluttering can be overwhelming, seriously, you know. So, that's really great that they're bite-sized. So you have brought with you today a few of your top tips. We're not going to reveal the whole course. We're not going to reveal everything that we're going to go through on the 28 days, but you have a few key top tips. Hi, ladies. Hi, Prue. Thanks for joining us.
Hi,
Prue's joined us. So what's, do you want to go through those now? Like,
so
one of your top tips.
Let me just go back to the declutter.
We haven't finished that. Yes.
No. I just wanted to say that the declutter challenge is just going to be on areas of your home, not so much mindset and not so much overarching tips and tricks. There are tips and tricks through the videos, but like we go through kitchen cupboards and bathroom cupboards and wardrobes and jewellery and spare cupboards and spare drawers and DVDs and CDs, and that's what the declutter challenge looks like.
Great. So that gives us a really good idea.
And that's why it's really easy to just get out your jewellery and organise.
Because I'm guessing once you've done that section, like say you're just doing jewellery, then the process you use to go through that is very similar to the other areas that you can then tackle around your home. So that's such a great way of doing it, and I'm looking forward to. If you've just joined us, please, you can win something from iRestore Stuff. You can win $50 worth of product. This is more than $50 worth, but this just shows you what you can choose from on our online store. If you join Kirsty's 28-day declutter challenge, starting on the 1st of June, going all the way through to the 28th of June. And like she said, you get to join a private Facebook group. We're all each other's cheerleaders. I'm going to be joining, cheering each other on. So Kirsty is in Sydney, as if you've just joined us. Let us know where you're from in the comments if you're there. Say hello and where you're from. And Kirsty did mention before that she does do online consultations, so that is awesome as well. So, are we ready for our first tip?
Yes, let's get some tips for us here and right now, so you don't have to wait until Thursday. So my first tip is to set limits on your things. I know, Sharon, that for you and your clients and your ideal customers, that setting limits can be really challenging when you love so much and you just that's awesome.
That's right. Because sometimes it's not just furniture. Sometimes you see little antiques, because you're dealing with antique furniture or old things. You see some beautiful pretties that you think are great staging props, and so then you can get overwhelmed with all of those. And we won't even start on the to-do pile. And I know that there's people watching. Yes, that will. If that's you, please make a note in the comments and just say, pick me, that's me, I'm a furniture hoarder. Or your furniture pile is starting to look like, if you saw my blog post viewers, then you will understand what I'm talking about. But in Les Miserables, you know, that big mountain of furniture, you know, if anyone saw that, I'm just like looking at this movie going, oh, all that stuff, look at that furniture. They're using it for the barricade, you know. So sometimes I think as furniture painters and restorers, our houses or our garages or our sheds can look a little bit like that barricade. So yes, continue. So what was our number one tip was set limits. Yes, keep going on that point if you need to expand.
Exciting. I know it's really exciting when you come across that piece of furniture that you're like, oh, I know exactly where I'd put that, or I know exactly who would buy that, or I know that this person would love that. But I would encourage you to set limits and to think about what other projects you've already got lined up in your forever long to-do list before you grab that bargain. So to keep our hubbies and our significant partners and our children not so frustrated with us. So that's my number one tip for you, for everybody today, is to set limits.
That's great. I'll just tell you, we've got Jodie tuning in from the Gold Coast. Wendy Thompson also is saying, I hope you'll have another one in the future because I'll be away a lot of June. She's going, I know Wendy, she's going overseas. So will you be holding these declutter challenges another time during the year?
Yeah, so I usually run them in June and January because I like January for us here in Australia is great because we're on school holidays. So it means that people have more time to get the kids involved in decluttering the house as well. So they're the times that I run them. But yeah, Wendy, if you join up in June, then you'll still have access to the Facebook group and you can catch up when you do get home. If that will work for you, but feel free to join me in January too.
Good point. And Lisa's joined us from the Sunshine Coast. Lisa says, hi, I've been trying to declutter since the last child started school and he's now in year 4, so she's pretty eager. So Lisa, I hope you'll join us in the 28-day challenge because I'll be there and we can cheer each other on. So if you join today, Kirsty's challenge, and you tell Kirsty that you found out about it via our live here, via I Restore Stuff, then you go into the draw to win $50 worth of product from I Restore Stuff. So are we ready for, did we finish tip 1? Set limits. That was it. I'm going to type that in the comments in case people just join us. Number 1 tip. Yes. And what's our second one?
So our second one is to keep like with like. So in regards to paint or even any, like this goes for everything, is to not have all your brushes scattered all the way around the
I'm just
room
checking
or
out
the
my
house.
Workshop here. I'm just looking over around my workshop here. I'm proud of myself. I do actually have containers with brushes in it, and I probably only just resorted them last week. Scissors, pens. I think I'm going good.
Excellent.
Keep going.
Excellent. But that applies equally to inside the house. Like, I know I've gone into people's houses and I've opened up their junk drawer and I found a screwdriver in there and I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Where's the rest of the screwdrivers? Like, let's put a screwdriver with the rest of the screwdrivers.
I'm just going to say, I must admit, it is pretty handy to have a screwdriver in the second drawer of the kitchen with your utensils because you just never know. Am I going to get in trouble already?
But if you knew where all the screwdrivers were kept, you could easily walk out to the garage and get the screwdriver.
It's true, and exercise at the same time. There I go. Hang on, Sue Gordon's just tuned in and she says, I'm not sure 28 days is long enough for my mountain of clutter. Sue, this is for you. It's just a start, my dear. So join the clutter challenge and you can learn bit by bit how you can do the rest of your house because we're not going to get it done in 28 days, are we?
No, and this is just to kickstart you and to encourage you and to give you the tips to keep carrying on.
Yes.
So, and if you really can't carry on by yourself, then feel free to call me or to get in contact with a local professional organizer. So, yes, so my getting back to our tip is to keep like.
I'm typing it in the comments too. Yes.
Sure. That will also help you to set limits on things. Because, you know, when you go to the shops and you're like, oh, I don't know if I have that colour paint or if I don't know if I have that.
Yes.
Well, if you keep like with like, then you'll know, hey, I've got so many shades of blue. I'm sure I've got blue paint.
Yes.
I don't need to buy this one that's on special unless you go to the shops after looking at that set of blue paints and go, no, I really need that specific color of paint, and then you can go out and get that specific color.
Because that also ties in with our number 1 point, which was, everybody say after me, set limits.
Set limits.
Yes. Yeah.
So the next tip is to give everything a home. So you know that saying,
give everything a
Sharon,
home.
can you help me out with it? What's that? Oh, it's gone. Doesn't matter. So
yeah,
give
you'll
everything
think of it later.
a home. Yeah.
Give everything a home. Yes.
Yeah. Because again, that will help you to set limits. It will help you to keep like with like, and it will help you to be able to find what you're looking for when you need it. So when you do need that screwdriver, you'll know it's in that specific area, in that specific area of my house.
Yeah.
So give everything a home, and then if you can't find a home for it, that's when you can decide whether or not it actually needs to stay in your house, or whether it should be passed along to somebody else who can find a home for it.
Right.
So that's my number 1, my number 3. Third tip. I can't
Third
talk.
tip. It's going in the comments right now, people. Number 3 tip, give everything a home. So if anyone's got any questions while you're watching, please let us know, because Kirsty's only too happy to answer them. But join the challenge. That's what it's all about, the 28-day challenge starting on the 1st of June. So you've got 3 days to sign up. And if you sign up and tell her that you found it here at I Restore Stuff, you joined via I Restore Stuff, you'll go into the draw to win $50 worth of product from our online store. So that's Fusion Mineral Paint, Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, we've got Klingon brushes, Sandy Hands sanding gloves, any of that stuff you get to choose. $50 worth of stuff from I Restore Stuff. So join us today and join me, because I need some encouraging. Yes.
Don't worry, I'm here to encourage you.
I know, you are. I can't wait.
Not only in the 28-day challenge, not only will you be getting links to YouTube videos that I've prepared earlier, but I'll also be hopping on live throughout the challenge just to continue to encourage and inspire.
That's
so
right.
you'll
so
see me going from blonde, longer hair in the videos to my short brown hair.
There we go. So you're saying we have a private Facebook group that, if we join the challenge, and you'll be doing some live updates in that Facebook group as well. Awesome. Can't wait. And we can bring you all our problems and say, I'm having this hassle with this particular room. Yes. Yep. Awesome.
And you'll just get, hopefully you'll be inspired, because other people will put up their before and after photos too. And so you'll be like, oh, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
And I just wanted to encourage you all that I am a reform slob. So I am not...
Tell us your story, Kirsty. Tell us how you got to be so neat and tidy.
Yes. Well, so as I was saying, I'm not naturally organised. I met my husband 16 years ago, and he is naturally organised and has a place for everything, and everything in its place. That was the quote that I was looking for. He sets limits on the things that he brings into the house.
Just telling you, Wendy Thompson just posted that. Everything in its place and a place for everything.
Thank
so
you,
she's
Wendy.
thought of it for you. Thank you, Wendy. Very helpful.
Thank you.
Yes, so this was his mantra, was it?
Yes.
Yes. And
he keeps like with like, and he has... and always has. That's how he was brought up. I was brought up, I'm one of 5 children. My mum and dad, I'm fairly relaxed and very hospitable, and very not so fussed on having
everything perfect.
Organised.
Yes.
House. I took after them in that way.
Yes.
So I was clean, just not very organised, and had piles of things. Like I remember Simon, my husband, walking into my bedroom and just going, "What's going on here?" And I must have gone to the toilet or something, and I came back and he was like putting stuff away in my bedroom, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Fast forward 16 years and 12 and a half years of living with him, and and because of my love for him,
Yes.
I have been reformed.
Look at you. What a devoted, loving wife you are. That's awesome. Yeah.
He thinks too. So, if I honestly think that I am the laziest person and I am the biggest procrastinator. So
you say if you can do it.
Yeah, if I can change, then I believe anybody has the potential and the ability to be reformed as well and to transform their lives. And so for me, the biggest thing that I have, my mantra to be transformed is to just do it now. So everything everything around the house, like I would love to sit here. I've got a cup of tea and a plate here from earlier.
Yes.
And I would love to, when we finish this chat, I'd love to go and just relax and do something else. But instead, before I do that, I will take them and put them in the dishwasher. So I just practice that in every aspect of my life, to just do it now.
Yeah. So that was our number 4 tip, just do it. That is good.
Just do it. Yeah, so that's how...
I think Kirsty needs some likes. If you can just show her some hearts right now, that would be awesome if you're watching. Okay, what is it? Number 4 tip. Just thanks for the love. You guys, look, they're sending lots of hearts. Just do it. So that's so good. Yeah, because sometimes it just, it does feel, it is probably laziness, isn't it? That we get up from the lounge room after watching TV and have maybe had our cuppa beside us and just to leave it there, or just to leave the blanket just thrown on the couch, which is my pet peeve actually. I'm always telling my kids to pick it up. Sorry, I've got the sun coming in. So I'm always telling my kids, please just, it doesn't take much, put the cushions back where you got them from. I have to, it's a mother's, it's full on trying to keep up. And so then can I just ask you then, as a mum, so you've got a couple of kids, how do you then instill this in your children so that it's a thing that they're going to learn as they grow up, so that they can do this too?
So, great question. I think that as parents, we need to extend lots of grace to our children, particularly when they're little.
That's right.
So I've got an 8 and a 6-year-old. So I think that children need to be extended. I think that people need to be extended grace all the time.
Yes.
No matter what.
We do.
However, we have been very consistent in training our children. Doesn't mean that they're perfect, and it doesn't mean that they do it all the time, but we just have this expectation set for them that when they're finished playing with something or they're finished doing something, then it just needs to be cleaned up. So today they slept in the same room last night together, and on Amelie's trundle bed. Oliver was in her bed and Amelie's just slept on the trundle bed. But that was an awesome play area this morning. So they were jumping from bed to bed and having this big exploration. They'd pulled blankets from all over the house, and they were had made mountains, and they were going on this adventure. Fun. Yeah, it was awesome. But then when it was time so they had breakfast, and as soon as they finish their breakfast, they have to go and do their teeth and do their hair and get into their school uniforms. And then they were allowed to play. So they went and played. And then when it was time to pack up, we said, hey guys, we're going to school soon. It's time to pack up. Now all those blankets need to be put away. So they put all the blankets away. Good on them. And it's just that we just set that expectation for them, that this is what's required, and we don't move on to the next task until that's done. So they didn't get to pack their bags until the blankets were all away.
Yeah.
So does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. And I think that's a really good point too that you brought up, that you don't move on to the next thing until you've done. I'm trying to be. You don't move on to the next thing until you've finished the last thing, which I find that's a bit tricky because I'm a bit of a multitasker. I don't know if anyone out there is the same. And I have several tabs open on my computer at one time. I have several furniture projects going at one time, because when the paint's drying on one, you want to start another project, so you've got a few things happening. But then it can get a bit overwhelming where you think, hang on, I haven't put those brushes or those tools away that I probably don't need for this next project anyway. So doing that first, getting that out of the way. Very good point.
And that's I think my biggest thing that I come across with all of my clients is that they all procrastinate. And that's where it's getting back to that just do it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Eliminates a lot of that procrastination. Because you're like, when you're finished with that painting project, you're like, right, do these brushes, do I need that for this next project that I'm about to jump onto? Or should I wash them and clean them and get them, drying before I move on to that next project? Yeah. And it's just working those habits into your life that actually focus. Because as I said, I'm still a great procrastinator and I'm still really lazy. I have to work really hard on just going, no, Kirsty, just focus, just finish this one task. Yeah, exactly. And then, aren't your family lovely trying to help you?
I know. Marty's trying to block out the sun for me. He's blocking out the sun. Look at him go. He's awesome. It's all right, babe. We're nearly finished.
I had a question also from Jody that came in. Yes,
Jody came in yesterday during our live chat or made a comment, and she had a question about laundry storage and solutions for that, because she's sharing her washing machine with the garage, soon to be schoolroom. So I know Jody, and she homeschools her grandson, so that's double space for her laundry and for her washing and for her grandson's schooling. So you got any laundry decluttering tips or storage solution tips, I think is what we're looking for.
Yeah, so I saw that she put a photo up of her storage,
and
laundry
I thought
storage.
That looked very organised. I'm like, whoa, if only I had that organised. I'm not that organised. It all just goes in one basket and
so it just depends on what works for you, and if that's working for her, then that's great. And if just putting it all in one laundry basket works for you, Sharon, then that's fantastic as well.
I won't compare myself with others.
So my biggest tip on keeping a laundry area organised is to go back to my number 4 tip, is to just do it now. Now, I know that it's not practical to stand in the laundry all day, every day. But what can be practical, or what can be useful, is to just make it a habit of putting a load on in the morning and a load on in the evening, if your family's that big. And depending on what you have. So we often don't wait for a basket to be full of darks or full of whites. We will we've got a really loads. We've got a really environmentally friendly washing machine, so we don't feel bad about putting a load on with it only being half full. Now, I know that not everybody is home like I am during the day, so it's not always practical for people, but that is one way of making sure that the laundry is decluttered, is by being really regular with your washing. And doing the washing just isn't just putting the washing on, it's the whole cycle. So it is finishing the laundry is finishing the laundry, which means putting the clothes away.
That's a big process.
And so for us, what we do, and my husband is, as I've said, he's so organised and so on top of things that he helps in this area too. And I know that not everybody has a partner who's able to do that. So but our rule in our house is that things get put on the line as quickly as possible, and they come off the line as quickly as possible. But not only do they come off the line, they also get put away. So as soon as I walk in the house with a laundry basket, then I will sort the clothes out and get the kids to put their own clothes away and put the tea towels or towels away. And that way I never have that basket tucked in that spare room that I'm a real out of sight, out of mind girl. So if I put it in the spare room,
it's not going to be seen.
And tucked around it'll be days before I remember that it's there. But my husband is different. He remembers it. But what I love about that is, so I make sure I never put it away.
Yes.
I always keep it in plain sight, you know, because obviously life happens.
Yeah.
You go, oh, it's raining, it's about to start raining, I've got to pull those clothes in, but I've
Yeah.
also got to get on the table.
Yep.
So what I'd do in that instance is I'd leave the basket in plain sight so that I can't sit
So
down.
you can trip over it. I've often done that. Put it in the middle of the hallway. I know that it's there. I'm going to trip over it. I need to put that stuff away.
Yeah, and especially if you've got family members, you're like, no, that's your job. You need to sort that basket out. I'm about to cook dinner.
Yeah.
Or you cook dinner and I'll do the basket of washing.
Yeah, that's good.
So, and that way, like we never have an overflowing washing basket of clothes to do.
Yeah.
But I know that that's not how everybody operates. I know that people are really busy during the weekend, can only do it on the weekends. So
I know that if you do let it go, it gets overwhelming, you know, with that. And a similar thing with dishes, you know, always just try and get that done, because I just can't stand dishes mounting on the sink, you know, it's just as, you just feel like that's a big job now. Whereas if you just quickly just wash your dish, put it on the sink, once it's done, it's done. I love Lisa Fraser's just chimed in and said, thanks, I've decided to just do it. I'm folding the washing while I'm watching you guys. Yay, Lisa. Thank you. High fives, everybody. That's awesome. Let me just read. We've got one more comment from Lisa Russell, who says, I have 2 wild young boys, 4 years and 22 months, and I struggle to get the washing done when they are at home, as they play very rough and it ends up in tears. Any suggestions? As when they're at daycare and I'm not working, I have a million things to do and don't know where to start. She sounds like one overwhelmed mama. Lisa, we're here to cheer you on. You got any tips for Lisa, Kirsty?
Oh, Lisa.
So struggling to get the washing done when they're at home because they're rough and playing and everything. So so early morning wash load, chuck it on before they get up, or they probably are up before she is. If they're anything like when my kids were little, sometimes they beat you.
Yeah, well, I would actually suggest, Lisa, getting them to come in and help you.
Yeah,
so
what a great tip right there.
Because we want to be raising healthy, productive adults.
Kirsty, I'm going to give you a high five. Ready? There we go. That is such a good point. Lisa, I hope you caught that. Get them to help, because even at 4 years and 22 months, they're almost 2, you can make it a game, right?
Yeah. You put them into piles. Like,
dark colour, light colour is teaching them stuff at the same time. Yeah.
And then teach them how to put the soap in the washing machine, and teach them what the knobs are, and teach them that at the moment that's not something that they can do without you, but this is how we do the washing, and this is why we do the washing, and this is why it needs to be done every day or every other day, depending on your lifestyle. And I know, Lisa, I would really encourage you, particularly boys, to get them involved and get them loving laundry.
Yes.
And so hanging them out equally, like get them to come out and go, okay, you know, one of you pass me the clothes, the other one passes me the pegs, and then halftime change sides. Now you get to help me with the clothes and you get to do the pegs. So get them involved as much as possible.
And that can seem like it would maybe take that process a little longer, but really you're instilling things, you're training them, you're telling them how to do it, and it really does make sense. I do remember doing those things with my kids, and even you're educating them at the same time, because we had multicoloured pegs, and you'd say, okay, pass me a blue peg, and so you're teaching them colours and all of that kind of thing too. So there's so much you can do to make those interactive moments that they're not so much chores then. It's like, let's make this a game. Hey, this is fun. And so the folding process can look a little awkward to begin with. Get them folding undies. That doesn't really matter, you know, like maybe leave them off the T-shirts for a little bit longer, but, you know, sorting socks into pairs, things like that they can.
Yeah, so many great tips, Sharon. Why am I here? You've got it all.
Jody says, just do it. Don't procrastinate and delegate. Thank you. Huge revelation. That's awesome, Jody. Glad you got that. Sorry, you were saying something to Lisa.
No, that is totally one of my top 8 tips, is to delegate. Delegate. Train your children as much as possible. If your husband might need a little bit of training, to train him, or outsource.
Did you hear that, babe? We can train you.
Sorry, Marty. You're awesome. You don't need anything.
Well, like you said, yours trained you pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then going back to Lisa was saying that she feels overwhelmed on the days that her kids aren't there. Lisa, I would just write to-do lists and to not give into that overwhelm. Don't get stuck in that overwhelm. Be encouraged that you're moving and that you're doing things to get yourself out of that overwhelm. So decide whether or not the laundry is one of your priorities for the day, or if you're doing laundry every other day. But yeah, look at your to-do list, think about what's really important and what's the most bang for your buck today. And just start moving on it. And if that includes the laundry or the housework, then so be it. And if it doesn't, also have grace for yourself. It's okay too.
Yeah, that's so good, Kirsty, because it can be, I mean, as a young mum, I remember having, I have 4 children, so I remember those early days, and it can get so overwhelming. And man, so many times I ended up in tears just because it's just all too much. And don't be afraid to reach out to someone else, reach out to a friend. You know, don't be overwhelmed and do it all yourself. Reach out to someone for some help, or even just to have a cry over the phone or whatever. But yeah, we're here to support each other. Go mums. But yes. So, well, thank you.
I remember, like, my husband would come home and would want to do all the stuff that I didn't get to. And I remember just saying to him, no, take the kids, feed the kids, bath the kids, and I'll do all the housework because I don't want to be with the kids anymore. They've done my head in this morning. Like, or
give me a break from them.
It's been a really challenging day. Please take them, and I will do all the housework happily.
Yes.
I don't do that so much anymore.
Oh, that's so good. Well, it's been so...
Lisa. I promise it gets easier.
It does get easier, Lisa. We promise you. We won't tell you about the teenage years that I'm having to go through right now. We'll just leave that right alone.
They're fine. It's good.
We don't touch the bedrooms at this age. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
It is, but that's why it's great to train them while they're young. Hopefully they carry on.
Well,
but
hopefully they do, but sometimes I'm just saying.
And even if they don't, you know that you've at least trained them for when they go out on their own.
Yes.
And you pass them off to their partners or
when they've passed their feral stage. Hey, if you've just joined us, we have had an awesome time chatting with Kirsty from Feels Like Home Professional Organisers. And if you join Kirsty's 28-day declutter challenge starting in 3 more days, 1st of June it starts, for 28 days you'll join a private Facebook group. Let us know that you saw it over here at I Restore Stuff, and you can go into the draw to win $50 worth of product from I Restore Stuff. So you've got to be in it to win it. Be in the challenge. Stick to it for the 28 days, and we'll be drawing that probably towards the end of that 28 days, drawing the winner of $50 worth of I Restore Stuff product. So thank you so much for being with us today. If you do have any more questions, please leave them in the comments, and Kirsty will jump on there and answer them for you.
Yes, I will.
She's awesome.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for having me. It's been so much fun.
That's so okay. We've really had a lot of fun. So that's all for me today and from Kirsty. Join the challenge. Make a comment.
Yes,
someone needs help decluttering her garage. It's full of stuff. Gabby Diaz.
I love garages.
Gabby, she loves garages. Join the winter 28-day declutter challenge. feelslikeHome.net.au. I've typed it in the comments, but I'm going to just put it right there again now so you don't miss it. Scroll to the bottom of Kirsty's page and it will have a fill-in form to join up, and you'll receive all the info you need to know. See you in 3 days, everybody. Decluttering. Thanks, Kirsty.
Happy
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.